Good morning. Well, it's the 1st of March and I'm starting a new vlog series where I'm basically going to do a few things to try and get myself outdoors and motivated more often, and I'm going to try and do a number of things to hold myself accountable and get stuff done. I'm approaching 50 this year, so that's quite a milestone, and you get that feeling that time's running out. So this is my attempt to basically make the most of what I've got and hold myself accountable. So first things I'm doing is I'm going to try getting up at dawn. So I'm here south of the UK. Dawn is about 6:45, beginning of spring, and then each day it's going to get slightly earlier till about the end of March. Well, it's about 5 something, and then the clocks change, and then it gets later again. So it's about the right sort of time to be trying this out. I'm quite fortunate in that I don't start work till 9:30, and I work from home, so I get to, and I live near this, which is, you know, absolutely amazing woodland. I've got some fields over there. It's just an awesome place to get out, so I'm very fortunate with where I live as well. I'm going to try and do 10,000 steps each day. I've got my, well, you can't see it. I've got my Fitbit Sense 2, which I got cheap through my life insurance Vitality, which also gives me points whenever I get either 7,000, 10,000 or 12,000 steps. So it's kind of a way of gamifying it, which for me is the next little bit of motivation. So if you've got those markers, 10,000 steps that everyone says you should do. I'm okay. I like walking outside. I don't like running so much, but look at that viaduct. It's amazing here. So it's really making the most of the situation I've got, really. The location I'm at, the fact that I enjoy going out walking. I mean, this is a pretty wet and windy day, so if I can go out on days like this, then I can go out on any day, really. So yeah, in terms of holding myself accountable, I've got loads of personal projects that I want to do, like photogrammetry all these trees and things. I've mentioned that in a vlog I did on my main channel, but I'm going to do a separate channel for this. This is going to be Samadan Outdoors, and so I'm going to just talk about, you know, what's going on in my life, show you the outdoors as it goes through the seasons. I mean, it's really nice at the moment. We've got spring's just coming. You've got I can't see any here at the moment, but we've got bluebells and wild garlic coming up, which is always lovely to see. So yeah, it's a great time of year to start getting outdoors, you know, shake off the winter blues if you can. It's been a tough time. Still got uncertainty around my job in the visual effects industry. It's stressful. Hearing people, you know, being laid off left, right and centre. The gaming industry's the same. It's completely decimated this year. Companies cutting back, and it's people's livelihood, which is really tough. So I'm going to try and mitigate that as best as possible. Get out places like this and enjoy the great outdoors, as they say in WoW. Wow, that was a bit of a windy one back there, so I just gone into a more sheltered area there. This is kind of what I like about being outside, you know, seeing the birds, the wind, being out in it. They've got a nice river alongside me. Obviously it's been raining loads, so it's completely soggy. Got the wellies on. They say there's no such thing as bad weather, just bad clothing. And I got a nice jacket and things, so that's all right. Maybe some waterproof trousers or something like that, but nothing's going to stop me from getting out. That's the main thing. Is for me, it's the getting the ball rolling. I've already found since Monday, I've just by making a commitment to writing down my thoughts, holding myself accountable, I've got way more done these past few days than I have recently. I got into a bit of a fug. It could be winter. It could be anything really, but it's nice to be able to actually get outside. There's a bit of blue sky there as well, which is I love coming out in the spring. You know, it's really nice. So I'm going to commit, as I said, to walking. Try and do it every day. There may be some days where circumstances don't allow for it. I'm busy. I usually get quite busy on the weekends doing stuff. I write the Wowhead blog at the weekend, my kind of second job, which I'm very fortunate to have. And usually family stuff, doing stuff around the house, so I don't always get the chance to get out. But as part of my routine, because I just have a regular job, and I'm fortunate enough, like I said, to be working from home. So yeah, this is the first step of many steps in terms of getting out there, holding myself accountable. I've done some nice photogrammetry of some trees, these oak trees I'm focusing on at the moment, working out how I'm going to do that in 3D. It's very hard to motivate yourself to do extra on your main job, because like as a 3D person in my main job, to then do more 3D, I'm going to have to negotiate this because this is overflown. I disappeared to murlocs coming outside, then you know why. But well, it's a bit deep. So that extra motivation is hard. I mean, it's very easy, especially of an evening, to sit down and watch TV. I've been doing a lot of that recently, binging series. Currently re-watching Game of Thrones. So yeah, this is a bit of extra river. It's overflown here. See it coming down. So as a way to try and do more, look at that. That's not normally there. So that's extra overflow. Just coming around here, over down there. So I'm going to try and negotiate this. The last time I did this, it was quite high, and I crossed over this narrow bit. So I'm going to give that another go. I've got wellies on, so we should be all right. So yeah, my evenings, I'm spending a lot of time watching TV, which there's maybe more I could do with that. I mean, downtime, you get to the end of the evening and my brain does just want to switch off, to be honest. But maybe if I can do an extra half hour or an hour of just writing down what I'm doing, maybe sort of planning scripts for other videos and channels, because I want to start up a VFX channel as well. So it's all new starting things, kind of reinvigorating the content creation, but also doing it in ways that echo what I love doing in life, which is more than just WoW. It's, you know, VFX, it's getting outdoors, and so I want to find ways of capturing that. And no one really comes down here, but it's such a great little corner of the walk. The river's completely sorted and yeah, overgrown trees and everything. What I would love to do, tying in WoW and my 3D stuff, is I want to do Elwynn Forest recreation in 3D, but like really high res with handcrafted trees and vegetation. Get that essence of spring that you get when you're walking around Elwynn Forest in the game. I've been loving Wrath Classic at the moment and my hardcore Let's Play series, so I'm going to carry on with those. I love WoW, so you know, it's a great world to immerse yourself in. Excuse me, so I just negotiate down here. This is my my favourite wild garlic patch. You can see it all here. There's some bluebells coming up as well in between them. Let's see if I can get you down low. All of this wild garlic, and they've got some bluebells coming up there as well. It's just use my hand. It's amazing. It's really amazing just to see the seasons and see nature do its thing, which is it's brilliant. I love it. So that's part of my life really, is, you know, enjoying this, getting outside, doing things that, you know, personal projects that have my passion. Work I'm loving, and especially the project I'm on at the moment is really, really good, but it's very easy to just make work your only thing, and then you're not doing things for yourself. Now, work is great. I'm very fortunate to enjoy my job at the moment. I'm very fortunate to have a job in the VFX industry at the moment. But you also need to do stuff outside of that. So personal projects, hobbies, if you will, you know, be it painting miniatures or drawing or something creative. Like Samwise Didier said, always be creating. I can attest to that. I feel so much more alive doing that, when, as opposed to say, oh, I'm glad I watched that other episode, or I mean, which is great. I mean, I say that with two, there's pros and cons to it, and it's finding the balance, I guess. And so that's part of what I'm going to try and do. Is I got a sense that my balance is off slightly. I'm watching a bit too much TV and not doing enough of my own stuff or holding myself accountable. My hardest thing is admin stuff, you know, booking the cats in at the vets and organising my eye appointments, stuff like that, the mundane. It takes me weeks to, I'm gonna watch my footing here, weeks to get my footing, weeks to get the motivation, rather. Try and avoid the bluebells here because it's not very well trodden. I don't want to squash them. So being aware about the things that I find particularly difficult, try and do, you know, even if it's just like 10 minutes, just get the ball rolling. Try the easy stuff first, just to get the motivation going, is always quite useful. This ditch is slippy to navigate, so we'll get down here. Let's do a little slidey technique, and I hope I don't fall in. There we go. And this is, I love this area. Look at all these bluebells coming up, and you've got these lovely oak trees over here and things. Gonna capture them all, as it were. Do my 3D project for Elwynn Forest, so that ties in WoW. I want to recreate the WoW human starting animation. I've already did a play blast of it last year. This is an idea that I've had in my head for 2 years, and I've barely done anything about it, and that's just a shame. Just from not doing stuff, not saying I'm going to do stuff and then not doing it, and that's my biggest problem I have, really, is saying and not doing. So perhaps this is the year to change that. These vlogs are a way of holding myself accountable and trying to make the most of my life. So I think I'll finish it here for the blog. I've got some more walking to do. I'd love it if you came along on this journey with me. Let me know what you're doing, and we'll see where this leads and see what 2024 holds. Till next time, see you very soon.